on? Why would you do this? Why would you risk it all? Why would you get in there? And I felt a tinge of fear for the first time in my life. And that's when I knew I had to fight. Because the second I felt afraid, I knew I had to fight. I can't live doubting myself. Seeds of doubt grow into forests of inaction. I don't operate that way. If Chase and I had to fight again tomorrow, I'd go tomorrow still with 100% belief in myself, even though I know he just beat me. That's who I am. So I don't, the second I knew that, I was worried about it, I knew I had to do it. And I'm not afraid to lose. I'm afraid to not try. So once again, absolute respect to Chase. Complete respect to Chase. No excuses. I'm not going to give you any bullshit about injuries or any of that crap. He got in there, he fought against the odds, and he beat me, and he deserves full credit. He's a true champion.
I was going to say, I think that deserves a big round of applause. I will say, I want to add to that Andrew, you've been an absolute gentleman, an absolute pleasure to work with. I've said this in multiple interviews, the easiest person I have ever worked with. I was surprised. Obviously, I had no idea what to expect. I'd ask for one thing, he'd give me 10. I'd talk about a creative idea, he'd add 10 more. And it's been an honor working with you, and that speech is very inspiring to a lot of people. So I thank you very much for coming up tonight. Chase, fantastic performance. You said to me, I've never been punched that hard in my life. You stuck it out. You overcame the nerves, you overcame the odds, and we're all very proud of you on that journey. You were very emotional in the ring. And listen, you fought for Misfits on 1 week notice against BKFC champions. You just fought against the top G. Thank you very much as well. You're a true champion.
Yeah, I was going out here and saying thank you to Andrew. Obviously, that man, you guys have no idea. What I said in the ring is 100% true. I was going through a really dark time. My close friends know about this, and I used to listen to this man talk every single day, 45 minutes, hours, sometimes to the gym too, in front of every podcast he says. And it really got me through that. And everybody asked me, like, what keeps you guys showing up, after the viral miss swing or the ground and pound, or even getting in there with BKFC champion Alan Belcher. And obviously, it was Andrew that got me through that. He says a lot of things that resonate with a lot of different people, whether you believe it or not. And it was a full circle moment just getting to share the ring with somebody as skilled as him. And that's the hardest I've ever been punched, guys. I swear to God, that man drew blood on my face. I didn't know what was going on. And he said if he said do it again tomorrow, it would just be an honor to be in there with him. And this takes an army, this takes a team. Names Taylor, Warren Spencer, Andrew Tristan, everybody. And thank you guys for all coming out and supporting and all the love. And again, just thank you guys.
Guys, give Chase one more round of applause. And I guess that's the lesson. I'm not going to stay too long, but if there's any lesson in this, for everybody at home, it's that it's okay to lose, but it's not okay to live with a what if. I can sleep knowing I lost. I couldn't sleep watching all the Misfits fights thinking I could have done it and not tried. I can't live that way. I'm not a what if guy. My life is going to be a tale of all the times I tried and succeeded and tried and failed. There's not going to be a single what if hanging over my head on my deathbed. And I just encourage everyone at home to do the exact same thing. If you're wondering about something or you're not sure about something, fucking go. Because you can live with a loss, you can't live with a what if.
I also just want to add, if you ever want to run that back, I would love to share the ring with you again, Andrew. I would love that. It'd be an honor, man.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you guys, and probably the best fight I've seen on Misfits, maybe the best fight I've ever seen in my life. I mean, up there for sure. El Kukui, Warren Spencer, unbelievable back and forth, and what a fight. I can barely remember who won. I mean, it was so much back and forth. Thank you guys as well. Tony, how does it feel to be back again on this winning streak and being just unbelievable champion?
I want to say thank you to Warren for taking the fight, tough as fucking nails. And thank you, Misfits Boxing, for giving us the platform. Thank you, God. Thank you, my family, for being able to give me these talents and do what I love. And it's the dream come true, man. I'm gonna be real. This is awesome, and this is demonstrating my way to be out there and be an athlete. So thank you.
Thank you. Pleasure is all ours. And Warren, unbelievable. You lost a tooth in that ring.
Okay.
Yeah, I know, I felt it. How's that body, Joey? How's the body feel?
I feel good, man. My hands are a little sore from hitting your face, man. It's fucking great. Good body shot, by the way.
Yeah, I broke my hand on your face, so listen, all respect to Tony. I'll be honest with you guys. I had absolutely no business being there tonight. He's a legitimate legend of the sport. He's a legend of the game. There wasn't even 1% of me that thought I was ever going to lose that fight. I had some complaints in there, back of the head, whatever, I don't really care. Just like Andrew says, we don't live our lives, we just get up and we fight. And the only people that ever lose in life are the ones that don't get up and keep trying. And we have to keep trying, no matter what. But I always say, losing feels worse than winning feels good. And it's true because a loss can cut deep, but it stays with you forever. And the amount of power that you gain in life from going through a true test and a true challenge like this, it tenfold exceeds 10 wins in a row, because it shows true character, it shows who you are, and if you're willing to take a shot and roll with the punches and keep throwing back, then you're going to win, I always say I have no time for losers in life, because a loser is someone that just gives up and doesn't get up and keep fighting. So, to anyone out there that watched these performances tonight, you all got your money's worth, motherfuckers. So pay up next time, and it's going to be double the price, because you know what you're going to get. Because we all need to get paid a little bit more for doing this. And look, I'll be honest, I didn't think the fights were going to end up the way that they did tonight. The one thing that I am very, very happy with is that we have a few battle scars now, we have some experience under our belt, and me, my boy, Top G, we're going to go smoke a cigar, and we're going to get on to the next one, and life goes on, because came out of nowhere. And life goes on, because it's a beautiful sport, and boxing on Misfits has never been bigger. We have now the biggest name on the planet, Mr. Andrew Tate, who's the CEO of Misfits Boxing, and I believe that this promotion is going to go into fucking stratosphere. There's a man sitting right next to me that has influenced and that has charged up young men on this planet like no man has ever done before in this age, and no man ever will in this age. So, brother, it's a blessing to have you sat next to me right here after we both had a fucking war. And thank you all for coming tonight. I really, really appreciate you all being here. And buy the fucking pay-per-view twice.
And least but not last, Mr. Vargas.
Yeah!
What a fight. Legendary boxing family, living up to that name. You are now 14-0. It was a very personal fight right from the first bell. And it was an absolute battle. It was such a war. Fantastic performance. How did you feel?
I just want to congratulate all these legends that are here. They worked all hard, and it's just an honor to be here along with great fighters and people that have influence over the world. I think that is amazing that all these people have voices and they're shedding light, and I think that is amazing. And this fight was personal. This guy was being a clown and speaking on, my mother telling her to make her quesadilla, being racist, and I want to speak light on that. I think if I were to say things about my cousins, African American, I think they would take it the other way around. But I was raised right from my mother and father, and I have respect. And I did everything that I needed to do in training camp. I listened to my father. My father's a 3-time world champion, a 2-time Hall of Famer, and I'm going to continue to keep listening to my team and trust in God and put my head down and continue to keep working hard. And this fight was very emotional for me. This fight was very emotional for me because dug a person that I was, that was a beautiful person in my life. And rest in peace to Sofia Maria de la Rosa. She passed away. And I told her in her grave that this fight was for her, and I worked so hard. I worked so hard. And I'm proud of you. I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I want to thank Nams for putting me in this position to come to Dubai. And Andrew Tate, you're a legend, bro. Thank you for having me be on your card, bro. Chasing me, all these guys, legends, man. And this is what it's about. It's about showing class. It's about showing how you were raised, and I had to shut that clown up. He was talking about my mother, talking about my father. And it was personal. So at the end of the day, if you would have came as a man and said, I apologize as a man, I would have respected him, and I would have said, I forgive you. But he did it, and he kept being arrogant. So I said what I said. But at the end of the day, the show goes on, and Fox wants to fight. I would love that fight with him. I would love to get that fight. And thank you everybody that got this fight. I love y'all, and you already know what it is. Let's go.
Questions, but before we do that, the prime bonuses tonight is the first time we've ever done this. We're doing 2 Fighter of the Night bonuses that go to both Warren Spencer and of course Tony Otakui. Alright, let's take some questions.
Andrew, will you do the rematch with Chase?
I think it's disrespectful for me to sit here after only fighting 20 minutes ago and start talking about rematches. It's his win. It's his day. We can talk about rematches later. But for now, Chase is the champion. He beat me fair and square. I think
do you want to stay out here, or what's the plan?
my plan is to talk to Mams. Obviously, we've got huge plans for Misfits. I've got a lot to do in America, Dubai, all around the world. So I've got children to see and businesses to run, a lot to do. But first thing to do is to enjoy Christmas and see my children and start smoking again. So
Andrew, do you still want to be at the top of the Misfits and continue your position at the head of the company?
yeah, I think I can bring a lot of value in terms of eyes. I think I can bring a lot of value in terms of ideas and a few other things Mams and I have been talking about. And I'm very, very glad, that we have a legitimate heavyweight champion. He's legitimate. I know he's legitimate. No one can say to me that we don't have a legitimate champion. Yes, we do. I fought him. Hard as fucking nails. So I think it's really disrespectful for me to sit here after just fighting and say, I won't rematch all that dumb shit. This is Chase's. He won.
Andrew, obviously, in the build-up, you said you were very confident, you had an amazing camp, and you're confident you're going to win. What do you think caused the discrepancy in what you thought would happen and what would actually happen?
I think that, fighters retire way earlier than 39 for a reason. Most of the time, and I've been out for a very long time. Ring rust was always going to be an issue. Everybody knew that, including me. I haven't had an easy last few years. I've been caught up with a lot of mess going on, a lot of pressure mentally, a lot of physical damage from Eastern European dungeons, etc. But I'm not a coward. I've told my story. When they said fight Chase, everyone said to me he's too young, too big. And I thought, yeah, he's too young, too big. And for a fraction of a second, I thought, wait, who the fuck is this? This is not Andrew Tate. Fuck him, let's go. So I'm happy I fought it. And if I knew I was going to lose, guess what? I would have still fought. And it's not about winning and losing, it's about fighting. Yes, Simon.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great to see you. Do you feel the energy to take on another champion pretty soon?
If the stars align, yeah. I'm not saying I retire, but I think a lot of people make hasty decisions. After losing a fight in front of the world, a lot of people, their egos are hurt, emotions are high, etc. I try and stay quite temperate. So right now, like I said, Chase's day, go home, chill, relax. Got 4 of my beautiful children waiting for me at home. Go play with the kids. Maybe count my money to feel better. It's high. And by the time that's done, my eye will be healed, and we'll see.
You made the move.
Yeah.
Nams, I know we couldn't get the KSI Jake Paul fight, but what about Jake Paul and Andrew Tate fighting in the next?
I've got to win some fights first. I've got to win some fights before I do it, Jake Paul.
Andrew, you made the triple-digit times in your career.
psychologically, how did you feel coming back to this fight, given the magnitude of the time off?
If I had to explain the fight, I felt good. Fighting camp went good. I felt good psychologically. First couple of rounds I was winning. I think when we started tying up, he was just really big, really young, really fit. And I think I got tired, but that's not an excuse in any regard. That's just him sticking to the right game plan and beating me up. So fair play to Chase. I've had lots of fights myself, and I don't like when people sit in the presser, so I give a bunch of bullshit. Chase won. That's it.
And it seemed at times that you were losing your footing. Was that the case?
Ever been punched in the face, man?
I have been, yes.
Well, I mean, if you got hit a little harder, you wouldn't ask such silly questions.
No, I meant to the ring.
Well, I mean, you're from the sun, right?
Hey guys in the back, can we have quiet, please?
Well, mainstream media, that explains that. So, yeah, Chase hits hard. 110 kilo heavyweight champion.
Question for Andrew Tate. As the new CEO of Misfits Boxing and previously replacing KSI, could that be a fight made in the near future, potentially?
You know, I think before any mega super fights, I need to win 2 or 3 fights first. You know, I think it's stupid for me to lose a fight and then start saying a bunch of other people's names and all this shit. That's not how I am. I like to believe, for one of the most well-known people on the planet, I'm quite humble and quite grounded. And I understand I just lost a fight. And for me to sit here and start calling out names is ridiculous. You know? Let me, like I said, finish Christmas, come back, win 2, 3, 4 fights. Ring rust is gone now, warm-up's over, etc., etc. Then we can talk about something.
Chase, congratulations, amazing performance. What's the overriding feeling that you have right now?
Honestly, guys, like I'm grateful for the opportunity. You know, Andrew could have fought anybody in the world, and I think that every champion on Misfits should go through trial by fire like that, because holy shit, like that man can punch, he's fast, he truly is a cobra, and I've had, you know, fought guys in Mexico, obviously fought guys on Misfits, Kells, big dudes, and Andrew's he's got something for everything. That man is quick, he can dodge, he can take a punch, and yeah, I think trial by fire is how Misfits should operate, and obviously he's the CEO, so he has the executive orders and all that.
Tony, who's next?
Santa. Jingle these bells, let's go. This being real, we're gonna go enjoy the rest of this month, and we'll figure that out in the next couple of weeks.
Chase, what fight do you think next is most realistic? We saw from first Misfits the sloppy punches that went viral. Now you beat the top G here in Dubai. So now what fight is most realistic, do you think, next?
Obviously, I just want to enjoy some time off, but yeah, obviously, I want to fight Tommy Fury. Obviously, I've been saying that for quite some time now. He fought KSI on the prime card, and obviously I fought CEO, and yeah, I'm looking more towards that direction, and whatever Mams has for me, I always say yes. You never even have to ask twice, I just say send me the contract, so.
That's true, I vouch. All right, one last question.
Tony?
What's up,
Was
Fred?
that the toughest fight? How does that fight against Demoor in the rank in terms of all the fights you've had in your career? I know you had a lot of wars in the UFC, you had the fight against Stop Happy.
I can't throw kicks, I can't throw elbows, I can't take them down. It was just the whole situation, just staying composed, listening to my coaches, and trusting in everything that I did in camp. I knew he was going to be tough as fucking nails. Any person that signs on dotted line is going to train. He's going to bring in absolutely everybody they possibly can to come in and kick my ass. So props to Warren, props to Tate for making sure you guys did everything you possibly could to fucking get this job done. I'm going to be real, and thank you again, Mams, for doing this, and give me a platform to be able to compete for you guys. So I hope you guys are all entertained.
Thank you, everybody. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we will see you in 2026.